I'm thinking these two guys somewhere here. I don't know why.
No one asked
I just can't figure out which one it is, man. So.
Hey, we didn't ask him no questions.
Yeah, you know I'm certified player.
I don't know that. You could have did some research and all.
Why you start this?
Okay, you know what? I started.
Oh, he got real nervous.
He said, touching my face.
Got real nervous with that fucking plaid shirt that you have. Gangs, can't live with them, can't live near them. Definitely can't live with them. You cannot live with gang members. That's a horrible thing. In today's video, I'm gonna attempt to figure out which one of these gang members is actually a fraud. If you're new here, my name is Steven Williams. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu and I've been training martial arts for almost 25 years. Now you're probably asking yourself, why are we talking about gangs? Well, although I've never been in a gang, I've lived that street life from my late teen years to around my mid 20s, late 20s. And that's the most information we're gonna give because I'm filming myself on the internet. Anyway, let's get into the video.
I'm in a gang.
I'm in the gang.
I'm in the gang. I'm in the gang.
I'm in a gang.
I am in a gang.
You thought it, not me, you thought it.
Sean, where you grew up at?
Queens.
Oh, New York. Yeah.
Where you from?
I just said Queens.
Queens.
Like, any neighborhood in
Yeah,
Queens?
East Elmhurst, 97th Street.
Okay, how about you, my man?
East, you know,
Where at?
Guthrie's.
Okay.
Watching. San Gabriel Valley.
I grew up in West LA.
I'm just gonna believe whatever she tells me.
I grew up in Sanford, Elmsford, near the greenhouse on Turbulent Street.
Turbulent Street, I believe you. You're sitting there like, whatever you say, I'm gonna believe.
Compton.
Okay, what hood?
Elm Street, Power Road.
These motherfuckers are all making up just random names. Elm Street, Power Woods. You're from the Elm Street, Power Woods section. You're from the Elm Street, Power Woods section of Compton? That doesn't exist.
I asked you where you from. You told me Queens. I'm asking where you from. We're here to find out who's from the hood. Where you from? Huh?
All right, so right out the gate, I'm not liking the energy of this guy. He has that cop vibe, right? He's trying to establish dominance over the group, this hierarchical type situation going on. So my instinct is to say, calm down, homie. You might be the one that's the fraud.
How's the jail system over there where you at? You ever been to jail?
I was in the feds and in the state, so the
Okay.
federal game is totally different. So I was in MDC Brooklyn
Right.
and MCC Manhattan, which is for a federal pretrial. I did 3 years in the juvenile and 3 years in the feds.
All right. You, my man?
Nah, not locked up.
No time at all? How about you?
Not even trying.
I never did anything. I'm just here.
Been a YA, Nellis YA. Was at SRCC first. Got out after that, 67 days. Did, 8 years and some change. They gave me 10, 85%.
As an adult?
As a,
Okay.
So I took you into YA too, huh?
Well, me, no, I missed YA. I went from camp to, after that to prison, San Quentin.
What level were you in?
2.
So how do they jump you guys in your hood over there where you're at from? How do they court you into the neighborhood?
I didn't get involved fully into gang stuff until I went.
Hey, no one's gonna comment on the fact that he has a Gracie on Demand t-shirt. Let's go. Jiu-Jitsu represented across the globe.
Steve, where's the correlation? You're a martial artist. This is about gangs.
First of all, I explained to you in the beginning of the video what that's about, but also there's a Gracie shirt involved, so there's continuity in the branding.
Into MDC Brooklyn, I got jumped in.
And you, my man?
I jumped in.
You jumped in? How many guys?
About 5.
What they call them, remember? Or no? The guys that jumped you in.
Oh, my homies.
But what the homies' names? I remember the homies jump me in. The homie Chapo, the homie Sinbad.
Oh, stop it.
Somebody beats you up, you kind of remember who beats you up.
He said homie Sinbad.
My homie Dave, homie Big Mike, and then other nigga I didn't really know him.
Okay.
How old are you?
36.
And you say you never been to jail?
Nah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I wasn't even into life like that, man. I was in to get money.
Me too. I'm all about money, but I still end up getting caught.
You're dumb.
So who jumped you in the Playboys?
Dang, you took me way back. Me was Side Eyes, Lazy, Lucky, Grumpy,
Scooby, Wolverine, Tommy from the Rugrats.
Baby Tear, and Munchie Chew.
No one wants to challenge it. He just went, oh, okay, shit, sounds realistic.
I'm thinking these two guys somewhere here. I don't know why.
No one
I
asked
just can't
you.
figure out which one it is, man. So.
Hey, we didn't ask him no questions. Yeah,
You know I'm certified player.
I don't know that. You could have did some research and all.
Why you start this?
Okay, you know what? I started.
Oh, he got real nervous.
He said, touching my face.
Got real nervous with that fucking plaid shirt that you have.
Banging in 1989, North Hollywood, California, 91606. I'm from our Hollywood boys. They called me Stranger. I ended up going
Slow down. Look, even my man over here with the sweat outfit is like, you're looking a little nervous.
to YA in 91. I got committed for busting on some cops. My YA number 63298. I did about 6 years. I lived through the whole 90s gang banging, and now I'm here just, share my story and kind of change the way I changed my life. That's what it's for. And it's very cool to sit here and try to guess who was that person, so that's why I'm here for.
Here's a few reasons for why someone would want to join a gang. Lack of a supportive community. If the youth feels like his family, school, or community lacks the resources or capability to provide emotional and social social support, guess what? He's gonna look elsewhere, and it's probably gonna be a gang. Peer pressure is another reason. Adolescents who have friends in gangs are more likely to join one. The desire to fit in and the fear of exclusion can be a strong dividing factor. Protection. In neighborhoods where violence is prevalent, some young people are gonna join gangs for self-protection or to protect their families.
His demeanor seemed like a cop to me, like.
Called it. Motherfucker's a cop, I'm telling you.
Let me ask you guys one thing real quick, because you touch on what you were saying. A lot of people always say, especially when you're young, you knew what you signed up for when you signed up into the gang. Did you know what you were signing up for?
Absolutely not.
No, I was told.
Yeah, I was told too.
Laid out like this is.
You were told, but sometimes you don't understand. When you're young, like, being told but understanding is a different thing.
Deep, but also true.
For me, like, I was definitely told.
Well, mine didn't do that.
Exactly.
I love the simplicity of this guy, Madball. First of all, phenomenal name, but just like,
Nope, didn't know anything. We barely spoke. I just wanted money.
Shoe, man,
You grew up in the
shoe.
streets. You'd have been in jail from a juvenile to an adult. So when he said no, he never been in jail. Oh no.
We're Southsiders, so we're 13 seconds. And when he said that he didn't have the 13 seconds, it just sounded a little off.
Ah, my man, shoes out. Shoes out.
I never been to jail. I have been arrested a bunch of times, but I was never been charged with anything.
Truthfully, like, he's so big and imposing that it's like he's gonna be a little bit more lackadaisical and lethargic, so he could be a real gang member. He's not really trying. But yeah, there's some major red flags, but I gotta see a little bit more of the episode before I actually pass a judgment.
You have any tattoos?
Of course I do. I just can't show you, man. The feds are watching.
You scared of the feds?
Yeah, oh man, you better be scared of the feds, homie, because they're gonna get you. I wanna know what that tattoo is, right?
Changes the subject. He immediately externalizes and projects his own insecurities in the moment of having the pressure on him and throws it to someone else's tattoo. Red flag. Now, it could just be that he's a nervous individual. That's why he likes to talk about everyone else in the room and establish dominance. Probably likely. But he also may be hiding the fact that he's the mole.
I wanna know what that tattoo is right there on your hand.
Which one?
That one right there. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yo, don't talk to me like that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting emotional. Now I'm getting pissed off. He has a Gracie shirt on. Just playing around. But seriously, who are you talking to like that?
It's a crown.
Does it mean anything?
It's a crown.
Yeah, there you go.
So you did Fed time?
Yes.
What gang were you from again?
TF.
TF, okay. He had full-blown like Hanyas and like Japanese art. I've never seen no Hispanics with dragons and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It just kind of threw me off a little.
According to the latest data available, the FBI quoted 33,000 gangs and 1.4 million gang members are active in the US.
And sets of Playboys is there?
What do you mean by sets?
Well,
Clicks or?
Yeah, clicks. And what clique are you from? The actual, you guys actually have also like a clique? Because clique to me is you could be from the hood, but you could be from the locals, the winos, you know, I know a little bit about gangs, so just a little bit. But it might be a cop, who knows? Oh man, it might be the police, homeboy, you never know.
Now he's over hedging in the direction of I could be the snitch or whatever, I could be the mole. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you're the person that's the mole, you'll step over the boundaries because you're trying this like reverse psychology trick. And that's what it seems like is happening right now.
First tattoo was on my stomach, was my homie did it, my homie Chuco did it, busted out the old piano thing on the gun and doesn't look hot whatsoever. I was about 14, 15 years old.
Saw her face, she was like, piano.
So, Gil, what organization you with?
Organization as far as what? Like
gang?
Oh, I never heard it that way. I heard where
Yeah,
you're from,
right.
homie.
Oh,
Where
yeah,
you from?
right.
That's
Yeah,
it.
organization.
Yeah, very simple, homie. I grew up on Tierra Street. I'm from Tierra Street locals. You'll still find me on the block drinking a beer with the homies every once in a while, but in a positive way where I'm actually trying to school them and tell them, listen, brother, there ain't no future in this. Like,
there's no positive way to be on the block drinking alcohol with a bunch of young men. I don't care what you're telling them. That's just odd behavior.
I want the little homies to look at me and say, I don't want to be like Stranger. He owns his own home. He's married, taking care of his kids, working and showing the kids how to, there's a better way.
What do you work right now?
Structural concrete.
I'm a journeyman plumber, union.
Okay, that's what's up.
I try to tell everybody to join, like, because I'm in the 50s getting paid.
I do illegal activities.
I can't do that.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm a CNA, a caregiver.
So I go to prisons and speak. I do like Christian content creation too.
I mentioned I own a bunch of companies. My main business is Dealer Synergy.
Nah, I'm getting that removed.
Our clients are big car dealerships all over the United States. So I do like sales training consulting, business development. I've helped these companies make over $1.5 billion in additional revenue. I'm also a professional speaker in the National Speakers Association, and I wrote a book about Google.
Get this guy some fucking water. For God's sakes, get him some water.
How long have you been speaking at prisons and stuff?
I've been doing this since 2016.
How did you get clearance for that? Weren't you busted before?
No, but once you're off and you get your stuff right, you can do that. Cause I know another person to do it. Been in prison, but now he go to the prison and speak.
That's very cool, man.
Yeah.
If he really does it.
Ooh, got him. I've always wondered what the breakdown is based on race for who joins a gang. The most recent figures provided by law enforcement are 46% Hispanic Latino gang members, 35% African American or black gang members, more than 11% were white gang members, and 7% other race, ethnicity, or gang members.
I got a question for you. You live out in LA or?
No, I flew in for the show. I live in South Jersey.
She's not paying attention to the fact that he said he's from the East Coast.
An accent or?
I'm 46. I worked my ass off to get rid of my accident.
Yeah, well, good job.
Looks great for 46, pause, but also don't try to get rid of your accent. Coffee. Like when you hear me speak, you know I'm from New York. Coffee, water, you know? Proud of it.
Gets rid of their accent. Why you get rid of your accent, Holmes?
Are you kidding me? It's already bad enough. You know what I mean? People judging you and shit like that. So you got to turn around and you got to look the part, feel the part if you're trying to turn around and...
I disagree 100% with that. If you want to change your cadence and your speech patterns, the way you speak, that's one thing. You want to evolve your actual synaptic processing, and that's going to change the way you speak. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But if you're going out of your way to change your accent, to me, that's a little crazy. You got to be proud of where you're from. Everyone has this homogenous accent. Ever since the Kim Kardashians popped up, everyone started speaking the same. The internet has made everyone a carbon copy of each other. You don't really hear regional dialects as much. So let's bring them back because it gives us a little bit of that originality. I like it.
Your first tattoo was made with a homemade gun?
Yeah, the homemade gun.
With what did?
It was a guitar string.
Oh, I thought you said piano. I was like...
No. We can't afford no pianos.
Like piano?
Nah, Charlie Holmes. Busted out the old piano fucking thing. Guitar. Maybe I said piano, but I'm sticking to guitar right now.
I'm still curious why I won't show the tattoos.
He's trying to get Sean. Sean's on his ass. He's like, Sean. He's trying to get rid of him.
He just didn't seem thugged out. He seemed a little polished. No disrespect. I'm not saying he was softer like that, but he just did not scream like thugga thugga.
Boy, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Damn, you guys do think it's me, huh?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think he is.
He's the one?
Nah.
That's Mad Ball, man. You can't have a name like Mad Ball
Elm
and be the
Street
ball.
Pyro? Who's some of your homies? Did anybody do time in Ironwood?
I don't know that. My homies is in all in prisons.
Look at her. She's just barely hanging on, right? She's resting her hands on her pouch. She's just like barely existing on this show. She's on a major show and she's like barely there.
Can't tell you who in that one.
You only spent time in prison once or?
Twice.
How many years?
2.
2? At what percent does it give you?
What you mean at what percent? It was halftime.
Okay.
What did you get busted for?
You know, be on probation, you get caught with a gun, violation. So.
And you're in a level 2?
Yeah.
For a firearm?
That ain't, my points wasn't high.
Nervous, very unsure of himself. The body language with the fingers crossed. I mean, everyone looks a little uncomfortable, but like that was a dead giveaway almost. Drop a comment below before we get to the end of the video. Which one of these guys out of these 4 do you think is the mole?
The higher the socks.
The downer the fool.
Okay. The only one right here, I'll be straight honest, would be her right now. These 2 guys, I'm sure from the hood. You could be lying. Me, I know you think I'm not from the hood, but I am from the hood, so this thing really makes it interesting.
That's the only reason why I kept playing.
Right.
That's exactly what Gil said, because I'm not willing to take the chance, homie.
You know what I mean?
And that's no disrespect. That's no disrespect.
She's the mole. She's just staying quiet over there. She's just staying quiet.
Just soaking it in.
Nobody never been shot. I'm the only person been shot.
I've been shot.
How many times you get shot?
9.
On different occasions.
5.
Man.
He just combined 2 famous rappers' numbers. 9 times, 50 Cent. How many different occasions? 5, Tupac. You gotta at least try.
First time I got shot was 5 times. 2 times right here in the shoulder, 1 on the side of the face, and 1 on this side of my buttocks, and it came out over here. When I got shot with an AK was another time, 2 times this side and this side. Then I got shot by some Europeans. people.
Racist. I'm just kidding. Talking about Asians.
Oh yeah.
Some Asians, they didn't have, and they weren't trying to shoot me though. They were shooting at some other Asians. So my homeboys was security guards at the club in Westminster. Like we being nosy, peeking out there. Man, one of them must have pulled out a gun, got to shooting. A bullet came through the door, hit me right in this leg.
Some of the largest gangs in the U.S. include the Latin Kings, 18th Street, MS-13, Bloods, and Crips.
I fell to the ground. It was so funny. I'm like, oh, I'm hit. My homeboy started laughing. Like we called my mama. Like, oh, your son got shot. First thing she say is, my car okay? Because I've been shot again. But it was funny though.
It's kind of amazing how we can talk about.
My mom doesn't love me, but it was funny though, because I keep letting her down.
I'm really looking at his tattoos and thinking, does he have fake tattoos? You know, they put some movie star type tattoos on him. I voted for him that time around. Sorry, Madball.
No, I just didn't trust him.
And that's no disrespect.
He thought this was 007. You know what I would have wrote? I would have been like, subscribe. Got him. Like and subscribe to the channel.
Gil and Madball. 1 minute to just pitch why you think you're not the mole.
I actually have a YouTube platform called American Cholo. Why? Because I lived the Cholo life to the fullest. The last 20 years I've been living the American life to the fullest. That way I push American Cholo. That's the way I speak, and maybe not sound like as your typical Cholo. But if you guys don't think I'm the Cholo, that's actually a good thing because I'm breaking the stereotype there.
Well, me, y'all can probably hear it in my voice. Do I sound like a square person? You know, you look at me, the average. I might scare you on the streets if you don't know me, like, here, but nah. Oh, no, I'm just like, nah, I could never be a mo. I don't believe in snitches.
Can you guys actually escort Madball and Gil to the green room?
Man, we're gonna run there real quick.
Catch a blind, bro. Catch a blind.
Before we get into this final situation of who is the actual mole, we got to go over some preventions. Number one is education and awareness. Listen, implementing an educational program in your schools is always going to help hedge against gang formation. Mentorship. You got to provide these people with strong role models so they can see that there's more opportunities outside of the loser-ass in people in their gang that they're following. You need to have strong community leaders, teachers, coaches, or even peers. Economic opportunities. You got to provide job training, career counseling, and economic opportunities that can steer young people away from gang affiliation. And number one, the family. If the father and the mother or the grandma, the aunt and uncle are not perennial people, like I would say, strong figures in the household, then it's a matter of time before that youth is going to fall victim to outside influences that he or she deems as being more affluent, stronger, more successful. So that's why I always push, and if you guys follow me on Instagram and you watch my stories, you know accountability, building yourself, becoming the man or woman that you would follow is so crucial. And what that does, if you're a parent, is that's just going to trickle down to your children. It's going to have a massive effect, positive effect on them.
Why I think it's Madball? I said, how much percent? And then he goes, what you mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, and he goes, halftime. Like,
Yeah,
right, he
then
said
level
San Quentin. San Quentin level 2, look,
Oh, good.
I was locked up when I caught my gun charge too, and I never went to level 2. I always went to level 3. What you
No, I
think?
agree.
All
I
right,
agree.
For sure. Just bring him in.
Look at that, Madball.
I'm about to cry.
They took your crate away, fool.
I'm like, oh, I know they're gonna get Gil for sure. He's out of here. I wasn't expecting me.
Please raise your hand on 3, meaning you want to continue playing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. If the box turns red, that means real gang members have lost and that the mole is still in the box, and they win the cash prize for themselves. If the box turns green, that means you 3 split the cash prize and you've correctly guessed who the mole is. You ready?
All right, before we get into the actual answer, you guys, last chance in the comment sections, don't cheat. Don't cheat and watch ahead. It destroys the whole point. Drop it in the comments. Who do you think it was that is the actual mole here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with, I don't know. My gut is the older gentleman right here. He has that cop vibe. If it's not the cop vibe, it's the big fat gentleman that got voted off first. I'm playing both sides of the field. Give me a break. Yeah. All right, it's not him, so it must be one of those guys. I'm gonna go with the big heavy set fella.
On the count of 3, the mole can stand up, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Let's go, let's go.
Here you go. Never been to jail?
I went to jail. A lot of my homeboys did it. I was around it, so if I really wanted to, I could have, but reason why I didn't gangbang is because my family made sure I didn't gangbang.
You got a good family. No one's mad at you, Shu.
That's good. You made the right choice, man. You made the right choice.
I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous about this because I had to sit there and lie to actual gang members.
When I see a person, these young kids running around like going crazy, I don't really judge them because I was one of those kids, you know? And if I had somebody like me, I feel like back then, I don't think I would have lived even half as miserable as I did.
Someone like me, an ex-gang member, ex-convict, ex-piece of shit, has a shot at that American dream.
I just really get him some sort of a liquid for the esophagus.
As long as there's breath in our lungs, we have an
Or water in our lungs, if anything. Or water in our throats.
opportunity to change.
Strangle Gang, if you guys enjoyed the video, as I always say, leave a like, subscribe, all that good shit, because the algorithm doesn't love us, doesn't treat us well, so you can help out with that. But besides that, if you guys want to evolve your mindset, your discipline, your daily actions, and your fight IQ, sign up to the Fight IQ report. It's going to be linked down below. As always, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.